I got a question, man.
Stem go down, slam.
Who the fuck get a warrant
Ha
and had the case dismissed
ha.
in less than
Hey,
12 hours?
Yeah, man.
Him.
Him, man.
Him.
Because I went to Labusi pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got killed leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him.
One artist says he was trapped in a contract, says the security meant to protect him set him up on a gun case, says the label that promised to save his life ended up controlling his money, his music, and his future. Then, months later, he jumps on Instagram Live claiming his close friend ran into J. Prince Jr. in Houston and put hands on him over the situation. At first, this sounded like internet noise, ranting from jail, street talk. But the more you look into it, the more this story turns into one of the wildest label disputes in hip-hop right now. Because this isn't just about emotions. This involves a historic Houston label, federal charges, contract complaints, and viral claims that reach the streets. So how did a Rap-A-Lot artist end up accusing the same label of setting him up and refusing to let him go? And how did this tension allegedly spill out into real life in Houston? To understand that, you have to understand how Rap-A-Lot is built. Back in the late 80s and 90s, J. Prince built Rap-A-Lot Records into a southern powerhouse. The label helped push Houston rap onto the national stage with artists who became legends. For years, Rap-A-Lot had a reputation for power, influence, and strong industry connections. Being mob ties meant something. It meant protection, resources, and backing from one of the most respected figures in the South. But over time, a different conversation started growing among newer artists. Quietly at first, then louder. Some began saying they didn't want to sign there. Rumors about heavy splits, control over digital revenue, and strict contracts started circulating in artist circles. Nothing official, nothing proven. Just talk in the streets and on social media that Rap-A-Lot deals weren't what they used to be. And the artist who says he learned this the hardest way is Honeycomb Brazy. Brazy is from Mobile, Alabama, a place where opportunities are rare and survival is daily life. His upbringing was rough. Family struggles, violence around him, and limited options shaped how he moved. In 2020, a freestyle video of his started gaining traction online. Views climbed fast, people were paying attention. That's when Rap-A-Lot reached out. From Brazy's point of view, this was a blessing. He said publicly he didn't sign for fame. He signed because he wanted to help his family. He wanted to fight his father's life sentence and move his mother out of the projects. When you're in that position and a legendary label calls, you don't overthink the paperwork. You see a way out. He received the mob ties chain, appeared in videos with the label head, rode through Houston in luxury cars. It looked like success. It looked like the dream working out. Then came the part he says changed everything. In December 2023, Brazy was riding in a vehicle on I-65 with individuals he describes as label-provided security. A traffic stop happened, firearms were found. Brazy, already a convicted felon, ended up charged with possession. According to him, those weapons were not his. He later claimed the people in the car passed the firearms to him during the stop. The key detail he keeps repeating is this. He says those individuals were never charged. Only he was. He has stated that he could have explained everything in court, but chose to take a plea instead. His reasoning, or according to his own words, was that exposing how he got put in that position would create bigger problems for him. So he accepted the sentence. Sitting in federal prison is when he decided to speak publicly. In a jail video call that spread across social media, Brazy went off about Rap-A-Lot. No filter, no careful wording, he accused the label of taking the majority of his revenue. Claimed they had his YouTube and streaming routed through third-party companies. Said he was offered $200,000 while he believes his music generated millions. He repeatedly demanded control of his YouTube back, saying that was his real money, his real platform, his real asset. Then he brought another name into the conversation, Finesse 2 times. Brazy pointed out the difference in how he was treated compared to Finesse when Finesse came home. All videos showed a private jet, gifts, celebrations, a full welcome home moment. Brazy said when he was released previously, none of that happened for him. No cameras, no big moment, just a quiet return home. He even claimed he helped connect Finesse to the label, and didn't benefit from it at all. At some point, according to Brazy, he and Finesse spoke and realized they shared similar frustrations. Instead of being against each other, they started looking at the situation differently. That's when the story shifts from contracts to personal tension. Brazy began posting and speaking more openly about wanting out of his deal. He said he asked to be released and was refused. He spoke about wanting to move on to other opportunities and being blocked. Then came the Instagram Live that really shook things. Brazy claimed that J. Prince Jr. I had reposted a freestyle from another rapper throwing shade at him. He took that as disrespect from someone connected to the label while he was still trapped in a deal he didn't want. Shortly after, Brazy went live saying a close associate of his ran into J. Prince Jr. in Houston and confronted him physically. He described it in detail, sounding emotional and animated. The clip spread quickly. People debated whether it was true or exaggerated. Not long after, the posts disappeared. J. Prince Jr. responded calmly on social media, saying he had no hate and wishing Brazy well. No back and forth, no escalation publicly. But the internet had already run with it. Now step back and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about one confrontation. This is about how artists today view label contracts. For decades, artists have complained about unfair splits, loss of ownership, and lack of transparency. The difference now is social media allows them to speak in real time. Brazy has said he made more money independently in a short period than he did during his entire time with the label. Whether exact numbers are accurate or not, the message is clear. He believes ownership is more valuable than advances. More artists are going independent, keeping masters, learning contracts, avoiding long-term deals when desperate. Brazy's situation became an example people started discussing when talking about predatory deals and artist control. Now that he's out, the big question remains. Will Rap-A-Lot release him from the contract, or does this situation continue behind the scenes? Nobody outside the parties involved truly knows. What is clear is this: Brazy feels wronged. Rap-A-Lot hasn't publicly addressed his claims in detail, and the story has opened conversations across hip-hop about how deals are structured and how artists protect themselves. This whole situation shows how quickly business disputes can turn personal when money, pride, and survival are involved. It shows how desperate situations can lead artists to sign deals they later regret. And it shows how the industry is changing, with artists valuing control over flashy promises. Brazy's story isn't just about Rap-A-Lot. It's a cautionary tale for any artist ready to sign paperwork without fully understanding it. Because once you're in, getting out can be harder than getting in. And sometimes, those tensions don't stay on paper. If this story did anything, it showed you how thin the line is between music business and real life. What starts as a contract on paper can turn into stress, frustration, and situations nobody expects. Artists chase opportunity, labels chase profit, and somewhere in the middle, things can go left fast when expectations don't match reality. Honeycomb Brazy's situation opened a lot of eyes. Not just about one label, but about how important it is for artists to understand what they're signing, who controls their content, and how their money actually flows. Because once you lose control of your platform, getting it back can feel almost impossible. And this isn't just for rappers. This is for producers, creators, YouTubers, anyone building something online. Ownership matters. Contracts matter. Knowing your worth matters. If you want more breakdowns like this, where we expose the hidden side of the industry and the stories most people miss, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment with the next topic you want covered, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next.